I am Loz Taylor, and you're listening to the Endeavour Radio Punk Show.
You're listening to the Punk Show on Endeavour Radio with me, Thom White. I'm at the Vintage Rockbar in Doncaster right now with Loz Taylor from While She Sleeps, who's performing a DJ set tonight after Palm Reader finish their set. So, yeah, you're the front man of the band, and you've recently been into hospital to have a throat surgery. How did the operation go?
Throat surgery, nil. Loz Taylor 1, I think. just recovery now, just recovery time. But yeah, I think as far as I know, it's gone well. So we'll just have to see what happens.
Wicked. Well, it's great to know that it's been all positive as of yet. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I think for a while with touring, it was kind of hanging over me towards the end of our touring schedule last year. Just because I could feel something niggling at me, I didn't feel at full strength. You know what I mean? We were playing shows and I was getting through them, but at the same time, when you come off stage and you know you haven't played your best, it's always a bit of a downer. Whether people hear that or not is when it's in your mental mind. It's regardless to what other people think, it's on your mind. So yeah, like it was niggling at me, and I'm glad that I'm out the other side of the op and stuff. And we'll just see what happens in the near future.
How's your voice? And you're speaking now, so this must be great. You know. Has it been tough, recovering and stuff?
Yeah, I had to do like a period of complete silence, which is harder than what you think it is. Not saying anything. Imagine arguing with your girlfriend, but you're not allowed to shout. Like your head just wants to pop. You know what I mean? But yeah, just down to everything. Like I'd go out on my own, and then I'd be like, shit, I need to ask someone a question. But I was on like a vocal band completely, not saying anything after the op. So just weird stuff like that makes it difficult, and I'm not drinking or smoking or anything like that at the minute, and that's been hard as well. Like stopping everything that's kind of an outlet when you're on the road touring or whatever is kind of when you finish a gig, you go and have a drink, you know what I mean, and you have a chill with the boys or whatever. So there were times when it was just like, for God's sake, and it still is now to a degree, and I think that's why I'm trying to keep myself busy with these shows, putting small events on and trying to do my thing. Something else that's not announced yet, which I'm announcing tonight, is Festival, Sheffield Corporation, 3rd of May, which is fingers crossed the festival that I'm putting on with Greg again.
That's really cool, yeah.
All day, so that's an exclusive for Endeavour, for the Punk Show.
Thank you very much.
No worries. But yeah,
that's wicked.
The 3rd of May Corporation, and there should be some really cool bands announced for that as well. We're just waiting on some confirmation. So.
Do you know what any bands are confirmed yet, or any bands that we could possibly expect, or you're not going to say?
I'm not going to say yet, because I've confirmed a few, but I'm still waiting on some headlines and stuff. So.
Could you give a clue?
They're Sheffield based.
Right. Okay. On your voice again. Have you had to be doing any like vocal practicing or anything like that, or?
Not really. I've been going to see like a specialist or whatever, just to check up that the op went fine and all that. But pretty much since the op, I was on vocal rest, and now they've just given me the go ahead to start really speaking again, and that's it really. I think I probably will do going forward before I start screaming my head off and ripping my throat to shreds again. But until that point, no, nothing crazy, just chill, just some chill time.
I heard that before we came into the interview, you can't eat some certain things or anything.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't really want to talk too much about it. It's a bit of a bummer. But yeah, certain foods are bad for your throat and stuff, obviously, and it's just I'm on a dietary thing where like I'm not allowed to eat certain stuff, just as a precaution for my throat, really. But hopefully that will all be finished soon.
Sickness over health, yeah. So you performed with your band at Reading and Leeds this year, like being one of the biggest festivals that you've done. And one of the only sort of shows that you've confirmed for is Download for this year. And how much are you looking forward to this, seeing as you haven't done a show since like the Vans Warped Tour in the UK at Alexandra Palace? Really
looking forward to it, man. Like hopefully by that point I'll be on full strength again, and the band will be ready to go. Like I said, we're all edging out, do you know what I mean? We're all proper gagging to get back on stage, and stoked to be announced, and like you said, that'll probably be our first one back. So,
your second time you'll be playing it, so it's going to be a step up from the Pepsi Max stage.
Yeah, just a bit. Let's hope the mud is not as deep as previous years.
Hopefully it won't be like a busy weekend where you had to like fly to Germany the next day and then you had to come back to the Kerrang Awards or the Metal Hammer Awards or something like that.
Yeah, maybe because it's our first one back we'll be able to chill, but we'll have to just see what happens on that as well.
Awesome.
So to be announced and be invited to play.
I know you're probably trying to keep this under wraps as much as you possibly can, but if by not being told off or anything, can you? How is writing and recording the process for the second album at the minute?
It's going good. It's going really good. I'm not really going to say too much about it, obviously, because I don't want to. We don't know when it's going to come out, and we don't know sort of timing on it and stuff. But yeah, it's sounding really, really cool. We're all excited. It's sounding good. Heavy and melodic, and Sean Long's riffs are insane.
As always.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a definite progression, step forward, and we're all really happy with how it's sounding.
Are you recording at Chapel Studios in Lincolnshire and Derbyshire again with Carl Bone? Carl Bone? Is it Carl Bone?
Carl Bound.
Carl Bound.
The legend that is Carl Bound. Yeah, we are. Same guy who we did it with last time. He's a great dude, and his input's much appreciated, as well as a lot of it's genius, and he lets us do what we want to do. And you can't really ask any more, really. Plus, his work, we love the sounds that he creates, and obviously going forward for the next album as well, it sounds a lot. The sounds have progressed as well. Everything's moved up. Like we know what we're doing now. 'Cause with This Is the Six, it was our first time in a professional studio, and obviously No Stance to Nothing before that we did completely ourselves.
Matt Welsh did that all by himself, didn't he? Yeah.
So I think it sounds good, considering did everything ourselves in a barn. So obviously the first time in the studio, and then for this album it's going to be a similar sort of vibe, but obviously we know what we're doing this time, so we're not going in blind. So exciting time.
Are you taking a different approach this time? The second album, you're going to have to top the No Stands for Nothing, and then This Is the Six, and you've got a bit of pressure on you, a little bit, as Bury Tomorrow have and Architects have as well. And is the recording process or the approach to writing a different this time?
Not really. In all honesty, we did a lot of our writing on Warped Tour in America, which is obviously massively different. But apart from that, the way that we're recording it and stuff is pretty much the same, apart from different gear. And I'm not really a gearhead either, so I couldn't really tell you what gear is different. But yeah, it's pretty much the same approach as we took with This Is the Six in the studio, working with Carl. Yeah, that's it really. We're just chilling on it and working hard and making sure we like every single part of it, and trying not to rush.
Are you using different instruments again, or anything like that? Or
you'd have to ask the rest of the dudes about. I'm not using anything different vocally, I don't think. But then again, we'll have to see what happens. They've got some new guitars, I think.
I see they DIY them a lot. Yeah, on Instagram and whatever social pages and stuff. They seem to be having a competition against one another to see who's got the best guitar.
Yeah, again, I don't know anything about guitars really. I've just started learning to play myself because I can't play. I thought it was a bit of a crime being around music so much and not learning. So I've got an acoustic, so I'm trying to learn to play guitar.
Doing that in your time out,
I'm trying to learn to play guitar, and it's absolutely rock hard. So props to anyone that can play the instrument.
What are your influences for this second album? Are your influences different this time?
Not really, but we always try and be really honest with our music. And we just try and say how we feel at that time about different topics and that, and I think it's pretty much going to be a similar sort of thing. We're just going to speak our mind and let some of it out in a way, you know what I mean, and try and state how we're feeling at the moment about current situations across the world and stuff like that. Not really.
So it's going to be similar to This Is the Six in that you sort of talked in themes, yeah.
Probably, yeah. I mean, there's obviously going to be different ones, but I think that's how we write. We write about stuff that we see on the news or hear about or witness ourselves, and that makes us kind of true to our word in a way. And I think that working like that pulls out the honesty in the band, and I think that's how we'll continue to work. Just write about current situations and stuff, or maybe past situations, but hopefully all honest topics and stuff that we relate to.
No, the thing I'm looking forward to is, with every sort of EP or record that you've done done an interlude, but it's like a song as well. You did the Lost Above the Arches on the North Stands for Nothing, then you did the Chapel on the Sister Six. I'm really looking forward to is there gonna be another one of those? Do you know?
Wait and see. Have to wait and see. It's too early for me to say.
Okay, that's really teasing me right now.
Well, like I said, early stages, but there was one on the North and there was one in This Is the Six. So
There's bound to be another one in there.
Oh, we might just not do any.
Oh, maybe. They might make me upset. A question I always ask in interviews, what are your guilty pleasures musically? And tell me, I'm going to play it next in the show.
I like that, at the moment, my guilty pleasure is that song by, is it Lords?
Lordy, is it Lordy?
Lordy, about driving Cadillacs in her dreams.
Royals, is it Royals?
That's my guilty pleasure at the moment.
Right, well,
When it first came out, I hated it.
it was just overplayed. I think that's why.
So I heard it a couple of times and I was like, that's rubbish, I don't like it. And then a while later, someone else was playing it, I was like, actually, I quite like this. Turns out I do quite like that song.
Okay, so wrapping things up now for the interview with Loz Taylor. Thank you very much. I'd like to know, as many others might like to know, you said with Jägermeister before Walked On in the UK, he said, oh, what do you think you're going to get for Christmas? I want a new skateboard set up. Did you get one?
No.
You didn't? Why?
Because I got an acoustic guitar instead.
Oh, right, okay.
It was one or the other, and I was trying to, like I said, it's stupid being around music all the time and not being able to play a single thing on guitar, so I got an acoustic, and it's a very nice Ibanez one as well, so I'm stoked with that. I have to wait and see what happens with my birthday.
When's your birthday?
Not till August
August the
9th. If anyone wants to send me anything, send me something to do with rats.
Do you have any messages for all of your fans that have written in, you know, wishing you well and everything?
Yeah, thank you very much for the well wishes, and the op went well. We're eager to get back out there, so hold on, we will be back, and you know, thanks for the support and listening to our band, because without them we'd be full.
So yeah, thanks very much, Loz, for coming and speaking to me. You know, it's been great. Thank you very much for sharing what's happening at the minute in the world of Loz Taylor. Hopefully we'll see you at Download, or hope to hear the album later this year at some point.
I'll be listening to the show to see how much of an idiot I sound. I'll be listening.
Loz is listening right now, everyone, by the way. Wicked. Okay, thank you very much, Loz. That was Loz Taylor from While She Sleeps. Cheers.